Money in the Bank is around the corner, and tonight on Monday Night Raw, we secure the final place for Raw and the final place in the Money in the Bank ladder match for the men's side of things. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to more WWE 2k19 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz, and that's right, a big episode tonight. Not only that, we have a triple threat match: Strowman, Orton, and Owens, and the winner will gain some much needed momentum before the ladder match. We kick things off here tonight with Matt Hardy going one-on-one against Epico Cologne. The Hardys looking to also gain some momentum themselves heading into Money in the Bank with their title defense against the Revival coming up. We're going to see Bobby Roode take on Chad Gable. American Alpha still trying to sort things out. So far, not so great. Can they get a bit of a win tonight? The Revival, they'll be up against Sanity in tag team action. Becky Lynch will face Brie Bella one-on-one as well. And next up, it will be the final spot for the Money in the Bank ladder match on the line. Shinsuke Nakamura will take on Dolph Ziggler. The winner will join these men and much more. Randy Orton, Braun Strowman, Kevin Owens in a triple threat match. That's going to be huge. So Matt Hardy picks up a win over Epico. Bobby Roode defeats Chad Gable. We also saw the Revival. A huge win for them. They're ready for the Hardy Boys, I think. They beat Sanity tonight. And Becky Lynch picks up a win over Brie Bella. The first match of tonight's show, and it may be the biggest of them all, because we'll find out who will take the final spot for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. There will be 4 from Raw, 3 from Smackdown, and 1 from NXT. Well, will Nakamura join Braun Strowman, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens as the 4 participants in the ladder match for Raw, or will it be Dolph Ziggler? Nakamura and Ziggler have had plenty of history against one another. They fought over the United States Championship many a time. Now they turn their attention to the Money in the Bank contract. Of course, Nakamura recently had an opportunity against Samoa Joe one-on-one for the Universal Championship, unsuccessful on that night. And Nakamura has vowed to get back to the top and have another shot at that championship. He could use Money in the Bank to do so and get the ultimate revenge on Samoa Joe. You know, when we talk about Money in the Bank, we're normally referring to the fact that it is a special moment when you cash in and you win a championship. Well, Dolph Ziggler was on the receiving side of a cash-in. He lost his championship that he only just won from a Money in the Bank cash-in. Finn Balor cashed in on Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam back in season number 3. And it still haunts Ziggler to this day. A man that fought so hard to get to the top of the mountain. It took him a number of years to get there, and he got there, and it lasted all of 5 minutes thanks to a Money in the Bank cash-in. Dolph Ziggler has not forgotten. I'm sure Ziggler would love to win the briefcase and cash in himself. And who knows, it could be Finn Balor as the champion when Finn Balor and Samoa Joe meet one-on-one at Money in the Bank. And we're hearing that Finn Balor will have something to say about Samoa Joe after this match. So we're going to hear from Finn Balor and kind of reply about what's been going on with Insurgents, this new group that Joe has formed. He's going to have his opinion on that and also the big championship match at Money in the Bank. So it is very possible that Dolph Ziggler could cash in on a brand new champion in Finn Balor. And would that not be poetic justice? 2 years later, it may have taken him a while, but oh, if he could do that, cash in on Finn and ruin the moment when he just wins the championship, well, that would be pretty special. But he's got to get there first, and Nakamura's in red-hot form. He had an opportunity for the championship at Clash of Champions for a reason, because he deserved it. He earned that opportunity, he fought his way to the top, and became the #1 contender. And whilst he did lose on that occasion, he's still in good touch. He's still looking good. He still looks pretty confident out there. And I think he's going to be very difficult for Ziggler to beat here tonight. That's going to be a big challenge for Dolph, who hasn't quite been at his best. Been a little bit up and down. He's had some US title reigns over the last season or two, but not quite the Ziggler that we saw back in season 3 that we mentioned when he did win the championship. And that's what Ziggler needs to get back to. And sometimes all it can take is one big win. You pull it out of nowhere, you somehow pull it off, you somehow just get that W that you're looking for. Money in the Bank, it's one of those matches where it's just right time, right place. You don't have to be the better man. Quite often the best person in the match does not win. It's a little unfair, but that's just the way it goes. Quite similar to the Royal Rumble. You could throw 10 guys out, but there still might be another, 15 guys to come, and the chances of you winning are still pretty slim, despite the fact you've been fantastic. Money in the Bank, very, very similar, because there's 7 other guys you have to worry about. You can have your hand on that briefcase, but you could get tossed off the ladder, and someone else could swoop in and take it all away from you. There's so many guys you got to look out for. Sometimes it's almost an impossible task to keep your eye on everybody, and you're going to get attacked from behind. Something's going to happen to you. It's going to be very, very tough to win that matchup. Nakamura took the top turnbuckle padding off there in the corner. Interesting decision. Referee decided to let it go, and all the knee in the back there. Dolph Ziggler has not been the best of guys around the locker room. He's been a little bit bitter, a little bit frustrated, but still continues to be pretty arrogant. Still believes that he is as good as ever. So the confidence is still there, and that's a big important thing. I mean, is it just for show? He comes out and says how great he is, how he's the show-off, and how he is the best. But does he really believe he's the best? Because the way he's performing, I don't think he really does. I think maybe deep down inside he knows he's got some issues, some demons he's trying to work through, and he's just trying to continue to, showcase to everyone that he believes he's the best, but in reality, I don't know if he really does. So whilst he may betray some confidence, maybe it really isn't there, but a victory over Nakamura will retain that confidence that he's had and get him in the hunt, and that's what you want to be. You just want to be involved. Money in the Bank, as we said, anything can happen. Anybody can win. I mean, we had Mark Henry, of all people, win Money in the Bank back in season number 1. Is Ziggler with an elbow drop off the top. Cover now, could be here for Nakamura. This may be close. No, a kick out of 2. The most unlikely of guys, Mark Henry won in season 1, as we mentioned. He cashed in just 5 days later to win the championship. He cashed in on a Smackdown. He wasn't waiting any time. He just went in and did it. So things, stranger things have happened here in Universe Mo when it comes to Money in the Bank. Big DDT there by Dolph Ziggler. Samoa Joe won last year. He failed to cash in thanks to interference and distraction. We all know the story of that one. The NWO's Kevin Nash coming back to help Goldberg retain that championship. It was a disastrous night for Samoa Joe, and one of the reasons why he has snapped in recent times, one of the reasons why he is the way that he is now, is because of what happened with the Money in the Bank contract. So I guess it is not a surefire thing. Things can happen, and you can potentially lose. So whilst you will have a great chance of succeeding and winning when you cash in, there's also the worry that, things can go wrong. And that's the difficulty of it. You want to make sure that you cash in on the right moment at the right time. And I guess if you're Samoa Joe, he definitely thought he did, but, backup came along that he would never have been able to prepare for. Just never would have guessed it. Sometimes the champions have got a little bit of an ace up their sleeve, and I think right now when I think of Samoa Joe, I think he might be the guy who has an ace up his sleeve with Insurgents helping him out in the moment. He might be a guy that you might not look to cash in on. You might look to head over to SmackDown, because the Money in the Bank holder can cash in on either Raw or SmackDown for the World Championships. And then I look at, the WWE Champion over on SmackDown. It's Roman Reigns, and he's got the Shield watching his back. So, the briefcase holder might look just to hang on to that briefcase for a long period of time until there is an opening, until there is a better opportunity to cash in. And that's the beauty of it. You've got until Money in the Bank next season to do so. Cover now by Nakamura. Could be in here for Dolph Ziggler. Hooks that leg. Will it be enough? No. Nakamura thought for a moment. I'm getting close. But Ziggler, a tough competitor. Multiple-time US champion, as we said. And, he's got him with a favor, sir. Nicely executed there by Dolph Ziggler. Nakamura's down. Will it be for 3? He's got 2. And, that's all he's going to get. Very close again. Both guys getting an opportunity to put this match to bed, but neither have been able to do it so far. Ziggler now heads back to the top, looking for the elbow, but missed and caught nothing. Nothing but canvas. Now Nakamura looking to capitalize. Nakamura's got Ziggler right in the middle of the ring, and now Ziggler trying to get to his feet. Nakamura caught him out with a Kinshasa. Nakamura lined him up. Ziggler, he was in no man's land already, and Nakamura struck at the perfect time, and Nakamura is going to Money in the Bank. He snuck in. Well, there it is. There is our final 8 for Money in the Bank. Nakamura takes a spot. The Kinshasa happened so quickly. Wow, Nakamura beats Dolph Ziggler 1, 2, 3. He's going to join Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, Velveteen Dream, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Strowman, and Owens in Money in the Bank. What was the famous from Dolph Ziggler? He went for the elbow, he missed, and Nakamura said, alright, enough of this. Let's hit the Kinshasa as Dolph Ziggler was trying to get back to his feet. All of a sudden, bang, connected right in the skull, and he was out like a light. Gone. Nakamura picks up the victory. He's going to Money in the Bank. He's got a bit of a second chance to pick up a world championship. If he can win Money in the Bank, will he go on to become a champion? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're backstage here with Finn Balor. Finn, at Money in the Bank, you face Samoa Joe. Are you at all concerned about insurgents potentially getting involved in your Universal Championship match? You know, obviously, there's going to be a problem with insurgents if they do get themselves involved in the match at Money in the Bank. I'm hopeful that Samoa Joe can actually face me one-on-one like a real man. I'm hopeful that insurgents will stay away. You know, what they did to Shinsuke Nakamura was just not right. They beat him down, they hurt him, and luckily Nakamura gets an opportunity to be involved in Money in the Bank regardless of any injuries that he may have had a couple of weeks ago. That's great for him. But I'm not about to let that happen. I know Samoa Joe is going to try and fight me, hurt me, and I hope that Insurgents does stay away because Samoa Joe has already proven what type of guy he truly is. He's not afraid to get dirty, he's not afraid to bend the rules, and he sure as hell is not afraid to send Insurgents on me. So I hope Samoa Joe can fight me fair and square like a man. You know, Samoa Joe's been going around for months now saying how disgruntled and how angry and pissed off that he is. And yet here he is with a group of guys that are all in the same position to form some mega power group. It's strange because Samoa Joe's had all the success on his own, and now all of the success he's going to have in the future is going to be because of Insurgents, not because of him. So his legacy as a great champion is not going to be there anymore. You know, Samoa Joe, I really believe he doesn't realize that the guys that he's recruited all want his championship, and they will stab him in the back at the first chance they get when they want that title. I mean, look at Kevin Owens. He's a former champion in the past. All he wants in the world is to be world champion, and I'm sure when he gets a chance, he's going to take down Samoa Joe, and he's going to stab him in the back. So Joe, you might want to watch your back. You might want to be a little bit concerned. And also, Joe, you've been pissing off a lot of guys in the back. Braun Strowman, Nakamura, John Cena, and even myself. You may want to be careful because sometimes you might be biting off a little bit more than you can chew when you try and attack all these great superstars here on Raw. Because there's going to come a point when you're going to get what's rightfully yours. And that may be soon. Because, Joe, you've said how desperate you were to become champion. Well, I'm just as desperate. I failed at WrestleMania, and I'm not going to fail again at Money in the Bank. I need this championship. I need to get back to the top. I want to get back to the top. I want to be the man once again, and I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to beat you at
Well, hang
Money
on,
in the
Finn.
Bank.
Hold on,
Hang
because Samoa Joe's in the building. Samoa Joe right here taunting Finn Balor right in his face. These two men in the locker room, and Finn Balor's not going to back down from a potential fight, and here we go. These two men, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor battling away right now. Well, Finn Balor said he's not backing down from Insurgents. He's not going to back down from Joe. He thinks he's a desperate man. He wants this title more than anything. And right now, Joe is going to get straight in the face of Finn. He's got a steel chair, Finn Balor. He's got a chance, been lying around the locker room. Oh, he nearly connected right in the skull. The chair goes down though. Samoa Joe has a hold of Finn Balor and drives him straight into the locker. Finn Balor hurting now. This could have major implications on what happens at Money in the Bank and who comes in that event. Well, healthy. You know, if you're fighting here backstage, you run the risk of getting hurt, run the risk of getting injured, as now Joe continues to strike here on Balor. A kick right to the midsection. Now the right hand. Well, Samoa Joe, he was searching for Finn. He looked at a different locker room before. He couldn't find him. He eventually found him. And found him mid-sentence. And to be honest, Finn Balor was talking a bit of trash. I think Joe might have heard what he was saying on the monitor, and he was searching and hunting him down. And he did find his man as Joe bounced into the wall. Finn Balor taking care of business right now. Samoa Joe hurting. Joe now towards that gorilla position area. Balor stomping away here.
Finn Balor hurting Samoa Joe, trying to weaken him perhaps just before Money in the Bank and make things a little easier. Well, we spoke about insurgents and the role that they'll play, and Finn Balor, obviously, he thinks that they will be there, but he's hoping he can find a counter for it, as now the two men have found their way out towards the ramp and stage area. Finn Balor and Samoa Joe brawling away. They started in the backstage area. They've brought it out here. And this could end up anywhere now. We could be going into the crowd in a moment. Elbow there by Finn. Well, officials are letting this run because we did expect a showdown between the two tonight. We mentioned it last week that it was going to happen. Christian wanted it to happen. He wanted these two men to face off. But I don't think he wanted the two to get physical in this manner. I think he wanted perhaps a verbal showdown. And Finn obviously had his thoughts about it. It's now Joe. Oh, no. Samoa Joe taking care of the announce table now. Samoa Joe might be looking to put Finn Balor through that table here. Danger signs for Finn. Finn's got to come into the pay-per-view 100%, I feel. Joe's in great form. Oh, no. He's just missed the table. Oh, but not a soft landing at all where he's at. And now Finn Balor. Oh, God. Oh, no, Finn. He's against the announce table. Oh, a counter. Left hand strike there to Joe. Finn Balor might try to drag Samoa Joe over himself. Get him closer to that table. Not a bad idea from Finn. Try his luck. Joe now against the table. Danger signs here. Right hand there by Finn. Oh, no. Finn Balor's got Samoa Joe. Right where he wants him. Joe's hurting. Finn picks him up. Finn Balor now. Here we go. Grabs a hold of Joe. Slams him through the table. Samoa Joe through the table. The Universal Champion slammed through the table by the #1 contender. Just days away from Money in the Bank. Finn Balor will have the final say heading into Money in the Bank. He's taken down Samoa Joe and may have weakened him for the championship match. 3 superstars already qualified for Money in the Bank will square off tonight to determine which superstar from Raw will come into Money in the Bank perhaps with the most momentum behind them. Of course, Nakamura qualified a little bit earlier on tonight, not involved in this match, but the other 3 superstars involved from Raw will compete. First up being Randy Orton. Randy Orton missed out on becoming the #1 contender for the Universal Championship when Finn Balor beat him in a last man standing match recently at Clash of Champions. Orton not too thrilled about that at all, but has vowed to get himself back to the top. He's frustrated. It's been quite some time since he's been a Universal Champion. Back in season number 2, he was the last time he was at the top. Randy is determined to get back there. Well, will Money in the Bank be the night where we see Orton win that briefcase to return to the top? We'll have to wait and see. He will be involved. He will be there. As will this man, Braun Strowman. I think perhaps coming in, he might be the favorite. I mean, it's a match type that doesn't suit him, but Strowman comes in red hot. Braun Strowman, Intercontinental Champion on 2 different occasions, and he held that title for almost a year straight. All he had to do was get to Money in the Bank as champion, and he would have done that. But Braun Strowman failed on that final hurdle. Clash of Champions, John Cena beat him. The AA off the top of the rope, too much for Braun. And Braun Strowman taken down. John Cena and Strowman had a rematch, which was interrupted by insurgents. And here comes a member of that group, Kevin Owens. Well, it has been a miserable year for Kevin Owens, but he thinks Season 5 will be his season. Just like Season 3 was. Kevin Owens, 2-time Universal Champion already in Universe Mode, perhaps one of the greatest superstars we've ever had here in Universe Mode. Beaten some of the best of the best. He's beaten the Randy Ortons, he's beaten Daniel Bryan, he's beaten The Undertaker, beat Triple H, beat Brock Lesnar. My goodness, Kevin Owens. Very, very successful. Even beat CM Punk as well. Kevin Owens has beaten some of the biggest and best here in Universe Mode, but, well, the last year, he hasn't really beaten anybody. That's been the problem for Kevin. He's just had a miserable old time of it. But the good news for Kevin is that things are on the up. Things are looking up. He's qualified for Money in the Bank. It was a tough matchup to do so. Not easy at all to get in. You got a guy like Drew McIntyre to deal with. All back body chop. Down goes Orton. Braun Strowman now coming after KO. Bit of heat between those two in such a short space of time. As Orton, oh, he's set over the top. And KO taunts while Strowman's right there. Bad move there by Kevin. Well, KO feels like he has that reassurance behind him. He's got Bobby Roode, Elias, and of course Samoa Joe. Insurgents, a newest group here on Raw. They've formed this alliance. 4 guys that are basically disgruntled. They're frustrated with what's going on Raw. They're frustrated at the lack of opportunities. And I feel like as well, they're frustrated at their own success. You know, Joe is the Universal Champion, but he's had to really scratch and claw to get there. And things haven't been that easy for him at all. Kevin Owens has had, as we said, Season 4 was a miserable year for him. He was the Universal Champion to begin Season 4. He lost the title and never even looked like getting it back throughout that season. And Bobby Roode, well, NXT, success down there, comes to Raw, not so much success just yet. And Elias, well, he just hasn't had any opportunities at all to really prove himself. So they've formed this group together in hopes that, well, they could just get the attention of everybody on Raw, including the general manager Christian, to try and create opportunities for themselves. If not, they're going to make opportunities for themselves by forcing their hand and, well, beat up champions, beat up the competition, take the competition out, you name it, whatever they've got to do to take that step ahead of the rest. That's what they're going to do. They are insurgents and they're here to make a major mark here on Monday Night Raw and already have done so in such a short space of time. Cena, Strowman, Nakamura, and potentially Finn Balor now at Money in the Bank as well. They've taken out some big names already. They've caused a bit of a stir in such a short space of time. You know, what's going to happen in six months' time? Who knows? They could hold all the gold here on Raw. They've got the potential to do so. Very, very dangerous group. And right now, this match is pretty close. Kevin Owens trying to get the better of Orton, but it gets taken down. And it's a close one. Who's going to have the momentum? We're going to find out after we go ahead and take a quick little break because we've got a big announcement regarding Money in the Bank. The new Intercontinental Champion, John Cena, will be at Money in the Bank, and he's got an open challenge, an open invite to anybody who's going to be there. Smackdown superstars will be there, Raw superstars will be there. Who knows? Who else will be there? We don't know. Who else will show up? Well, an open invite. Someone will take the challenge. John Cena will put the title on the line. Who will it be? Will John Cena still be champion? Will we have a new champion? We'll find out. Money in the Bank. Very exciting night for somebody on the Raw roster. As we said, it could even be SmackDown. I mean, who knows? That's the opportunity. It is a dual brand of pay-per-view. Both rosters will be there. But John Cena's got to put the championship on the line. I mean, it would be disastrous if a SmackDown superstar did take the challenge and beat Cena. But John Cena beat Braun Strowman, as we said, to become champion. He's looked pretty good in a short space of time. Didn't have a confirmed challenger because all the guys that were hunting down a spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match, that was their primary focus. And the ones that did miss out on that, well, haven't had any time to really take a look at the Intercontinental Championship. So John Cena said, well, hey, I've got a solution. We don't have a clear-cut number one contender. I'm just going to walk out to the ring, and the first person who wants a match can have it. So that's what John Cena does. Open challenges are his thing. He loves a good old open challenge. And we're going to see that happen at Money in the Bank. So John Cena will defend that Intercontinental Championship. Such prestigious championship for him that he finally has won, and I'm sure he would love to hang on to it for a long period of time. So whoever does take that challenge will be in for the fight of their life. Randy Orton right now looking pretty good against Kevin Owens, and a dump to the eye. Triple threat rules, of course, no DQ, no count out, so you can do that. And KO, the knee in the back of the head. I think one of the reasons why our general manager Christian did put these 3 guys against one another. Obviously, the 3 guys that will be involved in Money in the Bank, but also it is a multi-man match, and you just have that little bit of experience under your belt of watching your back, kind of looking out for somebody else other than the opponent who's standing in front of you, and that's going to be a key attribute to the Money in the Bank ladder match. And we mentioned a little bit earlier on, because there is 7 guys you have to watch out for, the difficulty of keeping an eye on all of them. It's almost impossible because there's going to be someone laying down. Who knows where? There could be someone fighting someone in the corner that you're nowhere near. It's difficult to account for everybody. And I guess a triple threat match, whilst there's only one extra guy, it just gives you that extra thought of, hey, where's KO right now? Okay, he's taking a nap. So you can kind of account for that, you can kind of prepare for that, and set your strategy around what's happening around you. So it can be difficult to plan for a Money in the Bank type of matchup because, well, you can't really, you know, find out your opponent's weaknesses and really focus on them, because you might not even get an opportunity to face Kevin Owens. You might not even get a chance to be in the same ring with him at the same time, because he might be fighting someone else the entire matchup. That's what Money in the Bank can really do. So there might only be a couple of different guys that you're going to get matched up with, or you may just, you know, fly solo and just kind of fight everyone and just in little bits and pieces. There may not be that one single guy that, you know, you're going to focus all your time and energy on. So it is difficult to prepare. Whilst you do know who's in the match, you know, how much time and effort do you spend preparing for those individual superstars? Pop-up powerbomb by Kevin Owens. Orton is down, but KO's got to deal with Braun Strowman. He's done that right now. He could go for the cover still on Orton. Will he do so? I think he will. He's looking at Orton now. It's been a bit of time. Orton might be okay. KO, not going to go for it. No, he's just standing there. He's just waiting. Going to take this time to refocus, catch his breath, and something that you probably won't get a lot of opportunities to do so in Money in the Bank is take a breath, because it is a bit of a go match. If you beat down someone else is going to be in the ring waiting for you. That's the beauty of it, as Strowman gets taken down with a clothesline. KO, back body drop, down he goes, and you don't want to be in the middle of the ring with Braun Strowman one-on-one. That's certainly one guy you don't want to be paired up with in Money in the Bank. We see quite often there is, you know, all these different pairings of battles happening throughout the one entire matchup. You know, I would not want to be the guy who has to face Braun Strowman one-on-one for a little bit of time there when the match begins, or any time throughout the match, because he might be the most dangerous guy in that matchup. Smackdown, of course, will have Bray Wyatt. Plenty of history between Wyatt and Strowman, as well as the Shield's Seth Rollins and the club's AJ Styles, who is currently the US champion as well. As Strowman cuts up Kevin Owens, slamming him down. Now he's going to look to take care of Orton. Orton, just rubbing. Oh no! RKO! RKO! Where did that come from? Strowman down! Orton, no! Strowman kicked out at 2. Well, Orton just kind of raked the palm over the eyes of Strowman, and Strowman just hurting a little bit. Bang, RKO. He couldn't see it coming because he couldn't open his eyes. He had no idea. Perfect timing by Orton, but Strowman good enough to kick out. KO tries his luck, not to be the case. Orton nearly winning this matchup. Kevin now, can he capitalize on a hurting and injured Braun Strowman? He's wounded at the moment, and now Strowman hooks that leg knot. Orton going to try and get back in there and make sure that nothing happens. And big shot there to the back of Strowman. We mentioned a moment ago that SmackDown superstars involved Styles, Rollins, and of course Bray Wyatt. Well, Bray Wyatt, you know, we mentioned that Rollins and Styles, they're involved in groups. Well, let's not forget about the fact that Bray Wyatt, he's forming his own group. I mean, I don't know what they're called yet or who's in it, but you know, Connor and Victor, they seem to be involved. Zack Ryder, maybe even Ty Dillinger. So that also could play a part. You never know. That's also another X Factor involved. But speaking of X Factor and kind of mystery, and the guy from NXT, there was one superstar that was allowed to be involved in this match from NXT. It was Velveteen Dream, who did beat Aleister Black on the last episode of Universal Mojo Qualifier. So we now know it will be Velveteen Dream, and I gotta say, I think Velveteen Dream could really thrive in this match type. So he might be a bit of a smoky. He's definitely a dark horse. I wouldn't back him just because of the star power and the experience involved. I think it's going to be a really tough task for him, but nonetheless, great experience that he will gain that he can take away in future opportunities. But you never know, never count him out. As we said, Money in the Bank, anything can happen. Randy Orton now looking to take care of Braun Strowman. Orton has Strowman on the ropes. Here comes the classic DDT right there, takes him down. Kevin Owens back in, no referee at the moment, who took a bit of a knock. This referee not as durable as we're finding out, as a knee to the back of the head of Randy Orton. He'll be hurting. And now KO is going to slam. Oh, he's going to really work away on it. Cover, but there's no ref. Kevin, there's no referee. Strowman getting back to his feet, as is the referee. Back in position. Chance now for Kevin Owens to capitalize. But he's got Braun Strowman to deal with at the same time. Not going to be easy. As Randy Orton tossed over the top. Now Kevin in the corner. Braun Strowman, oh no. As we said, you don't want to be paired up one-on-one with Braun Strowman at any time. That's when you're going to get hurt. Because when Strowman hits you, it's going to be twice as hard as someone else. Just because Strowman is just such a giant of a man. Kevin Owens shot to the midsection. Trying to pick up Strowman, trying to pack him up and bomb him down. Oh, he's got there. Package pile driver. Braun Strowman taken out. Can the Spear have to put him down for 3? He's got 2. No, he nearly had the 3. Almost. Oh, so close. He nearly had this match won. And whilst it gives you no direct advantage in the match itself, it gives you a major confidence boost and self-belief that you can go to Money in the Bank and potentially win the full thing. Strowman kicked out. Well, Orton watched that cover. He must have been pretty confident that Kevin Owens is going to be able to stay in it. Strowman had a real chance as KO with a desperation clothesline looked. Now Kevin picks up Braun Strowman. Good power display. Samoa drop there by Owens. Orton is staggering. He's stirring. He's not quite sure where he's at. Now, oh, look at RKO. RKO did not quite connect. Kevin Owens with a counter. Randy, I'm sure, would love to hit an RKO to put this one to bed. Can he do so? As Kevin has got Orton wrapped up and he's going to toss him straight back down. Good power there by Kevin Owens. Something you don't really expect from him. He's a bigger man, but not quite as, well, doesn't quite have the physique of a Braun Strowman or the history of any powerlifter or anything like that. But what he does have is ring shape. He can go for many minutes in that ring. And that's all that matters. Doesn't matter how you look on the outside. It's can you get it done whilst you're in the ring. And Kevin Owens certainly can. He's got the power to match up, the stamina to go with it. As now Orton has Strowman in the corner. Randy Orton going to get Strowman to the top. Is he thinking about superplex? What's he thinking about? Randy now. Right hand to Braun Strowman. He's hurt. Orton. Oh my, what is he thinking? Oh, well, we saw Cena beat Strowman with the top rope move. Orton's going to do the same. At top of the rope. RKO. KO's going to swoop in for the cover. Orton, you better turn around. Kevin trying to steal this thing. Now Kevin Owens and Orton. Oh, Orton hung up on the second rope. Kevin Owens has taken him down. Orton is down. Strowman's still down. Is he down for 3? Owens going to steal it. Yes! Kevin Owens steals it. He's stolen away from Randy Orton with the top of the rope RKO. That was Orton's win. Randy Orton had the match won. Braun Strowman, a big man, you get tossed off the top. It never happens for him. But an RKO of all things, off the top of the rope. There was no chance he was getting up from that. Taken out, and Kevin Owens smart enough to take care of Orton quickly. He took care of business, and Kevin Owens wins. He's going to Money in the Bank as a man who could now be the favorite to get it done. Kevin Owens has the momentum heading into Money in the Bank and could be the way that he returns to the top of the Universe Mode Mountain. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have time for this edition of Universe Mode. If you did enjoy it, leave a like on it. Check out our Discord page. The link will be in the description down below. You can join there for free. And whilst you're in the description, check out the website BrendenPlayz.com for all your championship history, your roster, and of course the Money in the Bank match card as well. Thank you for all your patience as well. I know the uploads have been a little bit infrequent. I've been dealing with a lot of personal things at the moment. Nothing bad, but I'm looking to start my own business right now, so I've been dealing with all the contract situations and lots of meetings and things like that. So just been busy doing these different things, but I should be back and we should have Money in the Bank next weekend. That's the goal right now. Money in the Bank next weekend. I would have liked to have done it this weekend, but obviously timing has not allowed that. So make sure you are aware. Next weekend it will be Money in the Bank. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking around. Leave a like and subscribe to see more. I'll see you all next time.